Ted from Cycletoon, trying to get back some of my old videos that have been lost for a long time. Today we're going to do the caliper conversion, to flip the caliper to the other side. What needs to be done is these two bosses, Lee, just get in here, Lee. These two bosses here have to be removed because we're flipping this to the other side. Actually, it's just the bottom one that has to be removed so that it doesn't rub the caliper. And then when we're going to flip this over, and then we're just going to take a quick cut on this, and when we get to the bench I'll show you why. So that's a little milling work. You could actually grind this off with a grinder. It's only that bottom one. And this I'll show you when we get to the bench over here what has to be done. What we're trying to do is to make this and this even. So what we're doing is we're just taking a washer, and now you can see here that it's even. So now that'll give us a very parallel pad to the rotor. So it isn't that much. I think you could probably get away with that and just leave it like that and just find a washer that would be even. This one's still a little tiny, so it needs a little slight cut. So we have to give this a little slight cut, as you see in this picture that we did on the mill. So this one here again with the washer. We're actually trying to reproduce these two bosses here. So that's what we're doing here with the washer, and like that. So that one's parallel. So this pad should be parallel to the rotor. When it comes to the caliper body itself, you know it has a tiny little bleeder in it. And what we're going to do is on the other end where the line goes in, you're going to take a metal screw, and here's a seat. This is the seat for the tubing, the brake tube, the bridge pipe. You're going to put a screw in there and then take a pair of dikes and pop the seat out. Okay, now the body's going to be small on one side and big on the other side. So you're going to take a 3/16 drill, and you're going to end up drilling out the side that the bleeder was in. You can go all the way through. It doesn't matter if you break all the way through. And then you're going to take an 11/32 and go in about a 1/2 inch deep, just about a 1/2 inch. And then what you're going to do is that small hole, you're going to take a 10 by 125 tap, and you're going to tap that out. So now the little hole is becoming big. So what's going to end up happening is your 3/16 hole in here. You're going to put Loctite on this seat, red Loctite, put this in, and take your bridge pipe and tighten it up and let that sit overnight. So now the seat will be in the side that the bleeder was, and the hole will be big for the line to go in. On the other side, you're just going to use a 10 by 125 car bleeding screw. Since you already have the 10 hole, and when you took the seat out, this taper will fit in there, and that'll stop the fluid from coming out. That's going to be your bleeder. So it's not that big of a deal. It can be done. I do it because I'm cheap. And back in the day, you couldn't get some of this stuff. I think this is available now for about $100. But for 5 minutes on the mill, I'll take care of that. One thing I did notice yesterday, I got a K&L, two K&L pistons, 32 1168. They were 35 thousandths higher than the original. And when I put them in the bike, the pad seemed to drag on the rotor. So if anybody runs into that, I had to put this in the lathe this morning and take 35 thousandths off of it. It just seems like whenever they make something, they just can't get it right. It's always something. All right, so that's a caliper flip. It's not that involved, a little bit of work. And I don't even know if you can buy this, the other side, this. So it's not that bad. The casting probably starts out the same at the factory, then they just machine it different. Okay, guys, good luck. Glad to be back. Retired now. I know everybody wants that oil pump video, so that's got to come up next. And the H2R look-alike here, that's a project that's been going on for a long time.